Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Huerta and this is my Module 5 presentation. For this week's assignment, we were asked to research and make a presentation based on a leader who has advocated for change based on diversity or inclusion. For this assignment, I chose to research and present information and history about Dolores Huerta. Dolores Huerta was born in Dawson, New Mexico on April 10, 1930. She is best known for being the leader of the Chicano civil rights movement and one of the top labor activists of the 20th century. Her mother was a farmer and her father was a miner who later worked to become a state legislator in 1983. Her mother, Alicia, worked strongly in the community activism, and this reflected completely within Dolores Huerta's activism and life as well. She also was very influenced by her own experience of discrimination while growing up living in California. One of her teachers even accused her of cheating, as to say that she was too well written of an essay. She went on to obtain her degree from the University of the Pacific Delta College. She had 2 children within her first marriage and 5 children within her second. She briefly became a teacher in the 1950s, but left to help those of the children who were hungry farmers' children. This led her to begin her career in activism. In 1998, she had won the Eleanor Roosevelt Human Rights Award, and in 2012, she won the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She is the current board member of the Feminist Majority Foundation, the Secretary-Treasurer Emeritus of the United Farm Workers of America, and the president of the Dolores Huerta Foundation. In our history, she has stood up to influence our past, present, and our future generations of Latino and women in general. In our history, there are only 9 Latino women in the U.S. history that have made major strides towards political achievements. These women include Soledad Chacon in 1922, who was a state executive, a temporary governor of New Mexico, and a representative for the state. There was Fidelina Luquero Gallegos and Porfiriera Hidalgo Saiz, who in 1930 were the first 2 Latinas to be state legislators. And then there was Iena Ros Latinen in 1989, who was the first Hispanic woman Congress in Florida. Aida Alvarez in 1977, who was the first cabinet-level position in the U.S. Small Business Administrations. Next is Sonia Sotomayor, who in 2009 was the first Latina and the 3rd ever female in history to become a part of the Supreme Court. Next was the Catherine Cortez Maston, who in 2017 was the first Latina elected into the U.S. Senate. This is an incredible accomplishment for all of these women, but when looking at the years, there is not enough women that could be represented in our history that are Latinas, and women in general, seeing as Sotomayor was only the 3rd elected onto the Supreme Court in our history, and that was of 2009. So we definitely need to find more Latinas and encourage more Latinas to go out towards more, and that's exactly what Dolores Huerta did. Her first activist role was founding her school's first community service organization. Within this organization, she ran drives for voter registration and economic improvements for Hispanics. It was because of the friends and people she met through the CSO that she was able to meet Cesar Chavez. Both Huerta and Chavez founded the National Farmer Workers Association. She organized and led the Delano strike of 5,000 grape workers in 1965. Not only did she fight for better farming, land, and food, but she also helped to negotiate better unemployment and health care benefits for agricultural workers. Not only did she fight for the equal rights and opportunities of farm laborers, but she also fought for more women and Latinos' rights as well. Between the 1990s and 2000s, Huerta worked hard to help elect more Latinas and Latinos in general into political office positions. Teaching other women, both Latina and others, that they are strong enough to stand up for themselves, she has worked so hard to encourage more and more women and Latinos in general to go and follow their dreams. She's led by a great example of wanting to make a change and actually going out to accomplish that change herself. She has made many changes that allowed many women and farm families to have more rights and equality throughout the years. She even continues to fight for what she believes in to this day, even at the age of 89 years old. Here are my references that were used for all of this information, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.